such a fantastic job.
Yeah, they do a great job as trainers. You know, they do a great job as, you know, promoters. And they just, you know, they love their craft. They love what they do. They're passionate about the sport of boxing. And it oozes through their work, you know what I mean? Through their fighters. You know, their resume speaks for itself as far as competition, pro and amateur. And obviously their shows speak for themselves, you know. They have some really entertaining shows. And, you know, they're doing it right. They're doing a good job, you know. There's a lot of great promotions, you know, in the area. And for them being so new to it, they're right there with everybody, you know what I mean? They're killing the game. So credit to them. I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm happy to be here calling the fights with you right now.
Now, as we look forward to bout number 6, this is the fight that I have been incredibly excited for. We have Sara Couillard versus Alexis Bolduc, or Lexi. This is a historical fight. This is history in the making. There has never been a female fight at Fenway Park ever. So whatever happens for this fight, this is history. And
yeah, 1,000%. I mean, Alexis Bolduc, Little Savage versus Sara Couillard. I mean, this is a great representation of female boxing tonight. I know these two girls are going to put on a, you know, an amazing performance. Sara Couillard, you know, they fought before, you know, got the victory versus Alexis Bolduc. And credit to Lexi, she said, hey, I'm ready to run it back.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do it again. And not only am I ready to run it back, I'm ready to run it back at one of the biggest venues. You know, one of the most historic venues. You know, a historic fight, a historic matchup at a historic venue. So, you know, this is going to be nothing but entertainment. The thing about Lexi, you know, win or lose, she's always in an entertaining fight. She has a come-forward style, you know, lives up to her nickname as the Little Savage. And I think we're going to see nothing but that tonight.
I like it. Yeah, you don't get it. You don't get a nickname like Little Savage unless you're a little savage.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's ready.
Mark Nolan is busy tonight.
Right? Mark is super busy tonight.
And here she comes, Lexi Bolduc, the Little Savage.
Yeah, again, I got to spend some time with Lexi at the press conference, which was I really appreciated her time, that she just would spend it with me. And, you know, she's looking forward to this fight.
Yeah, Alexis Bolduc, you know, her career so far, you know, she's 1-2. And she came out in her pro debut. She beat Chelsea LaGrasse by unanimous decision. I actually called that fight. Very impressive, you know, fight against another tough, you know, veteran of mixed martial arts in the kickboxing world. And then oddly enough, you know, she's hit a little bit of a speed bump. You know, she's come out in her last 2 fights against opponents, you know, and, you know, lost some decisions. She was stopped once and once by majority decision, but that is not deterring her. And just even more, Todd, you would think after coming off 2 losses, you know, one of them by stoppage, you would think that you would tell your promoters and your manager, hey, I want a little bit of a soft touch.
Right.
And Lexi said no.
Yeah.
I want the girl who beat me in one of those fights, and I want to avenge that.
Yeah.
So credit to this woman right here, Lexi, the Little Savage Bolduc. She is here to fight, and, you know, we're ready for it.
Sara enters the ring.
Sara Couillard enters the ring.
Now, here's the thing with these two. You have a distinct height advantage from Sara, and Lexi's really going to have to earn that Little Savage nickname tonight to get past that jab, to get in, and to get her working.
Definitely. Sara Couillard, you know, a good little boxer in her own right. You know, these records are very similar. This is a 50-50 fight. Regardless of who won the first one, anybody can win this fight right now. It's anybody's game.
That's the thing. At this point in their careers, it's not that simple where it's like, oh, I won, I'm going to win again. It's not that simple.
Is pleased to bring you the first ever female boxing bout inside Fenway Park. And a thrilling rematch from their first bout last year, won by the red corner. This bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the super bantamweight division. This bout proudly sponsored by Girl Boxing Inc. and your referee. to us from Hudson, New Hampshire. Please welcome Alexis, Little Savage, Bolduc. And her opponent across the ring, boxing out of the red corner, wearing black with purple lettering and also weighing in at 120 pounds. Tonight is also her third professional bout. She comes to us from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Please welcome Sara Couillard. Johnny Callis with the final word.
All right. So we are about to witness history. The first ever female fight at Fenway Park.
Yeah, so like we were saying, Todd, you know, this is a 50-50 fight. Regardless of how the first encounter went, both these girls, similar records, similar skill sets, and they're both in here to win. We know that.
And
Lexi Bolduc right out the gate with a nice jab. Nice right hand by Bolduc.
Now, where this is taking place benefits Lexi. They're inside. There's no distance between them. You know, playing armchair
nice combinations
coach.
by Lexi right now.
Good.
Lexi is all over Sara.
Sara needs to stay out of the fray, work that jab, keep that distance. Lexi's fighting the perfect fight.
And you can
she's
tell she's
not
trying
allowing
to.
that.
Sara looks a little uncomfortable in there right now. She's trying to gain that distance, trying to stiff arm her way out of there.
I think she's obliging Lexi into fight. Now now you can see she's starting to use her feet, and she's starting to work her punches, and see right there keeping distance, using that lead hand as a thing to occupy space.
What I've noticed about Lexi's career so far, she fought one of my amateurs in the Golden Gloves when she was still an amateur, obviously. And what I noticed about Lexi is when she's applying pressure and putting combinations together, she does amazing, but she gets caught in that mid-range. And you're seeing it right here, right now with Couillard.
Yeah.
She kind of freezes in that mid-range after her combinations are done. There's a little bit too much distance between her and her opponent. No activity coming back, and she gets caught. And that's what tends to lose her, these these tight split decisions and majority decisions.
100% right.
You know, that's what I'm seeing right now, and it's starting to happen again. She came out fast.
Here we go.
Again, look, when she attacks,
Yep.
she does great.
Yep.
You know, so basically, how do we negate that? After her combinations are done, she just needs something in the center of the ring, a jab, a check hook, a jab to the chest, you know, a feint. She needs something to keep Sara from coming in after her combinations are done.
Yeah, she needs to not allow Sara the freedom of movement. So she needs to stay close. Sort of like how Harold Roy was falling in to Victor. That's what Lexi needs to stay on top of Sara and not allow her that
Exactly.
movement.
I like that round. I'm going to give that round to Lexi Bolduc. The reason I give it to her, I like her punch placement a little bit better. I like her punch form a little bit better. To me, she looks like the more balanced fighter, but it was a very tight round.
That's a very
It's a
tight
very close round. Sara Couillard was doing a good job moving. She was landing some good right hands over the top. I could see that round going either way.
What I did see, I saw the momentum change.
Yes.
Started off, Lexi had all the momentum, and then that momentum shifted. So it seemed there were the half of the fight, Lexi won the first half, and I thought Sara won the second.
Agreed.
Obviously, I don't consider it a draw.
Such a tight round.
So I'm gonna wuss out and not say who I thought won.
Yeah, as a judge, right? You know, what do you like more? Do you like do you like the fighter applying pressure, or do you like the fighter that's on their bike looking for the openings?
I would have to say I think Sara did better work. So I'm gonna give it to Sara.
Fair enough. But I think we can both agree that's one of those rounds could go either way.
Exactly, could go either
tight.
way.
And that's why this fight's so intriguing.
And it's right here where Lexi needs to
I just
come
like
in
the
behind
body
the jab.
language. I like the body language a little bit more, Alexi. I like her stalking style. I like the way she puts her punches together. But Sara is being very active in there. You know, she's being very active. She's throwing a lot of shots.
I agree. I like Lexi's got a great guard, and she's got that great angle jab. She'll slip off to the right a little bit, throw that jab, but we got to follow it up.
Yep.
She'll throw the jab, but the cross has to come. Go
But again,
for that body
you know,
and stop that movement.
Again, right there,
It's
she
a
gets caught.
6-round fight.
She gets caught in the middle. You know what I mean? And that might be her demise in the fight.
Right there. That jab, follow it with a 2. There's the 2.
Exactly.
But you
And
got to
change
go
levels
jab
a little
2.
bit. Let's work that body a little bit too,
Yeah.
right? Let's put that jab upstairs, right hand to the body. Good little overhand right there by Bolduc.
Nice. There's that 2. Good job, Lex. And Sara, again, on her bike, good movement.
Very entertaining fight, though, thus far.
There you go. That was a nice 1-1-2 by Lexi. That's what she needs.
That's exactly
Those
what
jabs
she needs.
have to be followed by a cross. And a cross to the belly is going to slow Sara down eventually. It takes some of that air out of the tires.
Yeah, I think the key word for Lexi in this fight is just consistency. She just needs to stay consistent in her attack, in her approach, and I think she can get the job done and she can avenge this loss. But, I mean, she has a fighter in front of her who's very active and is, you know,
There we go.
she's moving a lot. So she's making Lexi work in there. You know, Couillard's trying to come
Nice
from all
finish.
different angles.
All right, I give that round to Lexi. I thought
Agreed.
I thought the work rate was good. I thought the punches landed were harder punches. Just an excellent round.
Yeah, that's a Lexi Bolduc round. That's the kind of round that we need from her.
And
Very intriguing style matchup between these two women. One's a mover, good jab, and Sara Couillard, and then we kind of have the stalking style, almost Mexican style from Lexi Bolduc, which you expect from somebody with the nickname
Yeah,
Little Savage.
Exactly. And I really like both fighters' body language on their stools. Lexi's leaning forward like
Obviously,
she wants up.
we talked about the Nolan brothers in the corner a lot tonight. Over in the corner of Couillard, another New England staple, Vincent Morin. We see him at a lot of pro
You
and
see
amateur
Vincent
events.
everywhere.
Yeah, Vincent's a great fighter. Yeah, was a great little fighter and also a great coach now.
All right, here we go. Lexi right out with jabs. Beautiful work.
Nice right hand by Bolduc. Another good right hand.
This is the fight Lexi needs to
Nice
have.
stay to the body.
That's the fight.
I mean, you know Mark Nolan told her, hey, listen, you won that round. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the trend going. If Lexi stays consistent on her body attack, she will pull off this fight. Because, I mean, that's what we have to do, right? Against a fighter with legs like Couillard, moving a lot, you got to invest in that body.
And this, like you said, how
Nice right hand
as
by
the
Lexi.
round progresses and Lexi stops that forward momentum and she stands in place. And here we go. Now she's stepping to her behind, some lead hand movement. That's exactly what you need to do to close that distance, to get in and cut the ring off and not let Sara. There we go.
So far, another good round here by Lexi. Good jab established. She's doing a good job investing to the body. She's landed a couple really good right hands. Another good jab by Lexi.
And
jab return by
Sara's
Sara.
output looks like it's dropped. It's not
Yes.
the same output that it was in the last 2 rounds.
Yes, very good point. And this is where we go, bring it back to the consistency with a little Savage.
I mean, look at Lexi's guard. It's just a great guard.
It's a great
now
guard. She's catching
cutting off the
punches.
ring. Now
Another
she's
good
cutting
right
off
hand
the
by
ring.
Bolduc.
Excellent work.
I think Lexi moving to that right side, avoiding that right hand of Couillard, is doing her well.
Yeah.
Investing in that body. Because she's not there for the straight right hand after that overhand,
And even if she's no longer following Sara, she's cutting Sara
She's cutting
off.
Sara, exactly. Stepping to the right, cutting her off, landing her own overhand right. Doing some great work now. That's another Bolduc round in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I give it another Bulldog round as well.
So we have it, 2 rounds to 1. Right now for Lexi Bolduc. Could be 3-0. You never know.
Yeah, you never know what the judges
You never
say.
know what the judges see. Everybody kind of has their flavor.
And you can see that nice exchange right there in that instant replay. It was
Lexi just doing a really good job of kind of landing that quick little overhand right. She's doing some real damage with it.
Again, body language and both girls look ready. They
Yeah, one thing about this fight, both these girls showed up in shape.
yeah. They showed up in good shape and they showed up to fight.
100%.
And again, with each round so far, Lexi has started off strong. Sara's got some good movement around the ring again.
Good head movement there by Lexi.
Now, what Sara needs to do is to pop that jab as she moves. She's got to pop the jab. Pop, pop, pop. That's going to keep Lexi from advancing. And if you can keep Lexi from advancing, then you keep Lexi from fighting. You keep Lexi from fighting, she's not fighting, you win the fight.
Exactly. And like you said, Todd, that's something that Sara was doing really well in the beginning round. And she, ever since the first round, she's kind of abandoned it. Nice, good split jab there by Lexi.
Now
Bolduc.
Lexi's adding on
another
punches.
good body
Very
shot.
nice.
Overhand right by Lexi.
Lexi did not allow that tie up.
Lexi just doing some really good work on the inside tonight.
Nice.
Another good
double
right hand there
hook.
by Lexi Bolduc. Lexi came here tonight to avenge this loss.
Yeah.
Really good work there by Lexi.
Yeah, she's got
work. Missed that
it's-
overhand right, came with the jab, measured herself.
She's got that vengeance look about her.
Exactly, Todd. You can kind of see it in the eyes. One girl
Yeah.
looks locked in. One girl looks a little unsure of herself. Another good double jab right hand by Bolduc.
And that's where Lexi can get in a ton of work when she's in that close. That's where she wants to be. Beautiful double
Good
jab.
double jab by Lexi. Another good left hook. Another good jab.
And again, Lexi moving
By
that lead
Bulldog.
hand.
Now, just the split jab, the strong jab from Bolduc, is starting to negate the right hand from Couillard.
Another good round. Again, a hard round to score, but I got to say, I give that one to Lexi. I give that round to Lexi. And now Mark's working, looked like an end swell on Lexi's forehead. Trying to see exactly what's going on. He's giving her some good advice. Looked like mentioning some more head movement. Now, if I'm in Couillard's corner, I'm telling her jab and move, jab and move. Do not let that woman get close to you. And if I'm in Lexi's corner, I'm telling her get close, get in there, and just attack, attack, attack. All right, here we go.
So all good points, Todd. Everything you said, 100% right. Now, what's interesting about this fight, the rematch, we're 6 rounds tonight. So the first fight was only a 4-rounder. So now these girls have 2 extra rounds to work. And I'm going to tell you something. These girls are both in shape.
Yeah, they are
ready
in
for
shape.
6 rounds.
And again,
Lexi Bolduc just putting the pace.
Yeah, this is a round again. It's starting off. It's a round that benefits Lexi. So the momentum shift from the first round has completely shifted.
And sometimes fighters like Lexi Bolduc, fighters who are a little bit more plodding, who come forward, who like to break their fighters down, who like to work that inside game, who like to catch punches in that mid-range. 6-round fights work in their favor. Gives them a little bit more time to work, a little bit more time to break down their fighters. And just looking at these two right now, Lexi looks like the 6-round fighter. Couillard looks a little bit more like the 4-round fighter to me.
That's a good point. And I just realized, too, I always forget that the women are 2-minute rounds, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absurd. These
Stupid,
girls,
stupid.
they have absolutely, insane cardio.
Yeah.
Sometimes better than the men.
Yeah,
And,
it should be 3 minutes.
I bet you the heavyweights wish it was 2 minutes.
And again,
Another
good
good right
combinations
hand
by
by-
Lexi. Combinations are important for what she needs.
I mean, Lexi has completely risen to the occasion.
Yeah.
Since round one, round one was, could go to either fighter, but I mean, since round one on, I have Lexi winning every single round so
I
far.
do too.
Just doing some really great work, some really good inside game.
Yep, I do too.
She's doing a really good job of splitting that jab down the center and breaking off that right hand over the top to Couillard.
What Sara is allowing Lexi to work. That's the thing. What Sara needs to do now is if she's in close, tie
Nice
her
right
up.
hand by Lexi. Another
Nice
good right hand by
again.
Lexi. I think Lexi smells a little blood in the water
Yep.
now. Both these girls also do not have their first knockout, so you know both of them would love that.
Good. What a great fight. What a great fight.
Great female fight here.
I mean,
The first one ever.
Look at Lexi work. I mean, it's just.
Fenway history.
I love how you made that. That's such a. She has risen to the occasion.
Risen to the occasion.
She
completely.
really has. The momentum has swung her way, and she is not letting go of it.
This is what club boxing is all about. This is what local boxing is all about. You know, Lexi came in, you know, a little cold in her first few fights, dropped the decision to Sara Couillard. Could have took a soft touch tonight. Said no, I don't want that. Told her trainers, told her promoters, I want her again, and she has completely risen to the occasion tonight. And not only that, she takes her in a rematch and adds 2 rounds to it in a 6-round fight. And in the 6th round, walks off, banging her gloves, looks fresh as can be.
Yep. Here we go.
This is the 6th and final round. Sara Couillard, Lexi Bolduc, the champion.
And again, Sara needs to work that jab and not let this woman work. She's doing a good job with her feet. She uses her feet brilliantly, but she's got to get that jab there too.
Something you pointed out earlier, Todd, was, you know, kind of that first round, Lexi was kind of chasing Sara. Now she's cutting off the ring, and you see what she's doing. She's hooking off the jab, you know, changing the angle on the right hand, stepping off to her right, stepping off to her left with the left hook. She's doing a beautiful job cutting off the ring and sending Sara Couillard back in a straight line.
Lexi has made fantastic adjustments throughout the entire night.
Exactly.
And I think Sarah's doing an amazing job, but she lacked the adjustments needed.
And that's credit to Lexi and her corner, so shout out to the Nolan brothers. Nice right hand by Lexi.
And
Just staying consistent. You see right hands landed and then 3 nice little, just touching jabs right there, just to keep her where she wants her, you know?
Lexi's base, Lexi's guard, Lexi's disposition, everything about this says I'm winning. Everything is just spot on.
Another good short right hand by Bolduc over the top. I love the way Lexi's kind of pawing that jab.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Half
Exactly.
touch. She's just keeping Sara where she wants her the whole time.
Yep.
Control. A lot of boxers fall short on that. You know, the lead hand, controlling with the lead hand is such a big aspect of boxing.
It's a huge aspect. That lead hand control, huge.
Good body work there by Bolduc. Nice uppercut there. Then turns it into an overhand right. Couillard starting to sit down a little bit more on her punches. Nice. Beautiful
And
fight.
ladies and gentlemen, that is history in the making right there. History in the making. And I'm going to say, I think Lexi won that fight, and I think a third fight is going to be needed.
Yeah, I think a third fight definitely is in the making. And like we said before, knowing the Nolan brothers, they're going to make that match happen.
Yep. And I know Sara will want it. Sara will absolutely welcome that. Good fight.
Yeah, I have that as a 5-1 for Lexi Bolduc.
Same.
So we'll see how the judges see it.
That's the scary part. I hate that sentence. We'll see how the judges see it.
That is the scary part.
I just hate that sentence.
You know, boxing, a beautiful sport, but one of the most, if not the most, subjective sport in the world.
Kills me.
You know, you line up 5 guys in a room, 10 guys, women, whatever. They almost, you know, it's very, 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 you know, rare that everybody's going to see the fight the same way.
Right. That fight did not disappoint. You know,
no, not at all.
There were fight I was so looking forward to it, and it so didn't disappoint. It was just a really good fight.
Yeah, besides being a female fight, male fight, it was just a good fight.
It was just a good fight. Had a nice backstory to it. It had, for people watching that are learning the box themselves, it had momentum shifts. It had different strategies, different, especially in Lexi's corner and the work that Lexi did, it evolved throughout the house. It evolved throughout the fight. It just kept evolving.
Definitely. We're going to bring it up to John Vina for the official decision.
Lexi knows. You can see it in her face. And again, that was history in the making.
Unbelievable fight by these two women.
That to me is it's huge. It's just huge. So congratulations to both women. It's just incredible.
After 6 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Mark Carter sees it out 58-56. All judges Martha Tremblay and Joe P. see it 60-54. To your winner in the blue corner.
Oh.
Congratulations
The
to Lexi Bolduc.
Right.
She advances to 2-2. She gets the unanimous decision victory. I agree with that scorecard.
I do too. And the look on Lexi's face, just that smile, the excitement, there's nothing like winning a
Yeah,
fight.
so one judge had it like us, and then the other two had all 6 rounds. Impressive stuff there by Lexi Bolduc, the little savage.
And
Gets her
Lexi,
second professional victory at Fenway Park.
yeah.
Who is the winner, ladies and gentlemen? Lexi, last time she came to your home turf and upset you. This time you dominated the fight. Your jab was on point. Cut off the ring like a young Mike Tyson. Defense was excellent. What do you say about this historic win at Fenway Park? Well, keep making history. Hope to see you back in the ring soon. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Great.
Lexi Bolduc.
Great kid. Great fight. Just spectacular work.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than that. Lexi Bolduc, a great individual, great person, great representation for female boxing all across the world, really. And congrats to her. Awesome victory tonight.
Yeah, and Lexi, when you watch this back, you should feel really proud of yourself. That was absolutely amazing, kid. Absolutely amazing.